Coming up on Mountain News this morning, local school officials are working to accommodate a teaching shortage by preparing the future. And a renewable energy company is hoping it can be the change for Eastern Kentucky to go green.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. The time is 6 a.m. on Friday, December 8th. Now let's check in with Chief Forecaster Brandon Robinson for a look at your forecast this morning. And Brandon, a beautiful day ahead. I feel like we need to enjoy today before we get into the questionable end of the weekend.
I know, it's going to be one of those situations. It's like, oh, early December, 60 degrees, and it's like, nope, right back down.
Just kidding.
Yeah, it's going to be exactly. Just kidding. But anyway, let's go on to the forecast this morning. Downtown Somerset, some folks roaming around there on the circle, and we're looking at that camera from our friends over at Speda. 45 degrees over that way this morning. And we take a look at some temperatures across the rest of the region. 27 Jonesville to a bunch of 45s out there, kind of our hot spots. Actually, nope, 46 in Logan. Just now caught that one there, looking off to my shoulder. But you see west and southwest winds. That's cranking in there this morning. Not too bad, but it's bringing some warmer air in, and temperatures are going to continue to soar as we head to the afternoon hours. I think we get up to about 60 today, may get a little bit better than that, but enjoy it because the first alert for some changes that are on the way. I'll talk more about that coming up here in a little bit. Olivia.
Brandon, thank you. School districts across the state are struggling with teacher retention and filling positions. WYMT's RJ Johnson spoke with the Letcher County Schools Superintendent on how she hopes this issue will be addressed.
For Letcher County Schools, shortages in teaching is not something new.
We have suffered staff shortages over the past 5 years, more so than in my history, and I've been in education for 30 years, so it's gotten worse year after year, and particularly after COVID.
Superintendent Denise Yount says the biggest impact of the shortages is on the students.
I think classroom teachers, the shortage of experienced or qualified classroom teachers is detrimental to our students, and not having enough of a pool of candidates to choose from is difficult.
She says they're looking at ways to create teachers of their own, inspiring current students about a career in education.
We're definitely in a grow your own kind of mindset. So we need to work with our students that we have now, our high school students or even students younger than that, to help them look at careers in education. We do a lot of work around careers and post-secondary readiness for our students, and so we want to build in more opportunities for them to work in the education field.
Yount says she wants to see more things done about this issue on all levels.
I hope to see a lot of work on the national level, on a state level, and then locally. We need to make some changes nationally to get more teachers into education, to get more employees, and then particularly at the state and local level, there's things that we can do.
Saying it will take several forces working together to help increase the number of teachers. In Letcher County, RJ Johnson, WYMT Mountain News.
Yount says they are also struggling with shortages of bus drivers, cafeteria workers, and janitorial roles. A state audit of the Kentucky Community and Technical College system found several issues related to its finances and accounting. Among the findings, the auditor said the KCTCS unrestricted carry-forward balance was not accurately reported to the Board of Regents. The system overcharged community colleges by $24 million, and there were discrepancies between balances reported to community colleges. KCTCS says it is now working with lawmakers and regulators to correct those issues. Hundreds of jobs could be created in the coming years thanks to a new renewable energy company. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox tells us about the company's mission in Eastern Kentucky.
We are simply delighted to be in Hazard, Kentucky, folks.
Inland Renewables is now open in downtown Hazard.
They wanted a place on Main Street, and we're thrilled to have them here. Eventually, there'll be several employees, and we just look so forward to what they're going to do and what they're going to bring to East Kentucky.
It is a plan to transform what was once an energy powerhouse into an up-and-coming producer.
We're an early pioneer of the notion that you could repurpose a coal mine site into a solar renewable energy array.
Construction has already started on some sites in eastern Kentucky.
We have not only the project in Martin County that is currently under construction, but we're working to advance 2 other projects here in the area.
How they do that is with the help of eastern Kentuckians themselves. Edelin says they plan to hire workers within the region.
Well, we want to leave the communities where we develop better off. And I can't think of a better place to do that than in the part of the country that literally powered the industrial development of America for 100 years.
They look to partner with Hazard Community and Technical College to train students.
We're going to assist them in developing a curriculum that we will carry out and train up those that want to apply for these positions.
Miller says they have existing programs they can utilize, but plan to customize to what is needed. In Hazard, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
Edelin Renewables has projects spanning more than a dozen states and worth the potential private capital investment of $3 billion. Justice and Public Safety Cabinet Secretary Kerry Harvey is retiring. He will retire at the end of January. Governor Beshear made the announcement yesterday. Harvey has been a longtime official at the state and federal levels. He served under former Governor Steve Beshear and as U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Kentucky. Harvey's cabinet is the second largest cabinet in state government with more than 7,000 employees. Governor Beshear also announced new jobs coming to the Commonwealth. The IT company Optomi will set up in Wayne County with a $3 million investment that will create 200 full-time jobs. It's the largest job creation investment in Wayne County since 2010. Construction is set to begin in January and should be complete in December of next year. Some travel experts here in Kentucky are seeing better times than 3 years ago. Leaders at Louisville's Muhammad Ali International Airport say more people are flying in and out of the terminal now. Airport executives say the previous record was set in 2019, just months before the pandemic shut many things down. And most people either stayed home or did not venture far from home.
In 2023, we're planning to see over 2.3 million passengers. Previous record was around 1.9 million passengers.
Executives at Louisville's airport say it is the fastest growing airport in the country. They say construction in baggage claim is finished, and now the next phase will focus on the rental car counters and security checkpoints.
.608 here on this Friday morning. We're taking a look at Whitesburg Pine Mountain, US 119. Not too much going on. This scene earlier this week had some snow on the grass there, but today not so much. 39 up there this morning. Again, one of the cooler spots in the region, but it's 20s, 30s, and 40s out there right now. 46 Logan, 27 in Jonesville this morning. And again, a lot of cool air out there, some of those sheltered valleys, but we're starting to warm up. Some south winds, 50 in Paducah, 51 in Carbondale, still 36 across the river in Cincinnati, though, 35 in Knoxville, 42 Nashville, 45 in Bowling Green. Breakdown for today, 60 degrees, maybe a little bit better thanks to these southwest winds. It's going to be a fairly nice day with a mix of sun and clouds, but changes, boy, they are coming. We'll talk about those coming up here in just a few minutes. Olivia?
Thank you, Brandon, and thanks for joining Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. When we return, Jewish families around the world celebrate the start of Hanukkah as the war between Israel and Hamas enters its third month.